Ethan had always loved the stars. While other kids played games or scrolled through endless screens, Ethan wandered onto rooftops and into misted fields, charting constellations in a journal he kept under his bed. His fascination wasn't with science or astronauts, it was with the unknown, the parts no telescope could reach. He said the stars spoke, and if he listened hard enough, they might whisper back. His parents humored him. Kids outgrow strange ideas, he didn't. His home sat near the river, just inside the old fence at the town's edge. At night, the water carried a slow, restless sound, and sometimes mist curled low over the grass. Downstream, past the bend, a willow tree hung its silhouette over the current like it was listening. On certain evenings, the reflection of the stars in the water looked wrong, shifting just slightly like they didn't match the sky above. And sometimes, across the water, Ethan would see a lantern glowing in the fog. It hovered. Still, a tall man in a long coat standing beside it, unmoving, half swallowed by the dark. One August evening, a storm knocked out the power in the neighborhood. Ethan, flashlight in hand, explored the shadows like a curious astronaut on a dark moon. That's when he noticed the door to the abandoned house next door, the one old Mr. Dalka used to live in, was swinging open. It had been empty for weeks. No moving truck, no notice. One day Mr. Dalka was there, waving his cane at Ethan to get off the lawn. The next day, nothing. Someone once told Ethan that Mr. Dalka had worked in the old records building before it closed. Said he used to talk to the man with the lantern. Ethan stepped inside. Dust choked the air, thick and undisturbed. Shadows sprawled across the walls like stains. But it was the basement that called to him, or more precisely, what lay within it. Beneath the cracked steps and rusted chains, Ethan found a small chest. Inside, a single strange book, leather-bound, worn, no title. The cover bore an unfamiliar symbol, a circle of jagged stars, as if drawn by something with no understanding of geometry or sanity. Ethan thought he'd seen something like it before, carved faintly into a lichen-covered stone near the cemetery gate, and once scratched into a post along the path that led out toward the woods beyond the fence. He opened it. It was filled with maps, not of countries or planets, but of ceilings, charts of dots, scattered in spiral patterns or ancient glyphs. Beneath some, small scribbles in red ink. Don't stare too long. They gather where belief is brightest. The ceiling watches when the world sleeps. We fed them names, now they remember. They gather at the edge where the bell's light cannot reach. Ethan read it all. That night in his bedroom, he recreated one of the maps using glow-in-the-dark stickers. Each dot mirrored the diagrams from the book. He arranged them with care. When he finished, he smiled. It felt like he was making a door. That night they opened it. At first the stars just glowed. Then they shifted and blinked. Each tiny speck morphed into a vertical slit, pupils, watching. The temperature dropped. The light from his desk lamp sputtered. The corners of the room twisted, stretched. A faint scratching echoed above, like fingernails on drywall. The ceiling he once gazed at with wonder now pulsed like living flesh. And from it, eyes stared back, hungry. Hundreds, thousands. Ethan stood frozen as tendrils slithered down, not made of smoke, not quite shadow. They had form but no logic, like worms stitched from darkness and static. They coiled above him. A voice spoke, but not with words. It pressed into his mind, thick and wet, like something crawling through his ear canal. You opened your eyes to us. Now we open ours to you. He tried to scream. They didn't let him. They peeled him out of himself, layer by layer, until Ethan was just silence.